I, at that time, like, would see so many YouTube videos on people who were still at the club, but I don't see many people talking about leaving and how strong it takes to, like, leave that life alone.
It's so strong. You're such a strong person to leave that environment because it literally sucks you in. But I would say, though, leave. Like, I would tell any woman, leave that environment because it leads nowhere.
Change is inevitable. Why hold on to what you have to let go of? Like, did I really break your heart?
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the Spotless Minds Podcast. It's your host, Olivia Jonelle. Here we talk about all things beauty, health, wealth, and apparently relationships now. And so I have the pleasure of introducing a wonderful motivational speaker, Tamera. Hi, Tamera.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm blessed and highly favored.
Good. What have you been doing today?
I went to the bank, had to get my funds right, and then and then I basically got ready and I came here.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, then
Gym, bank. So I skipped the gym. I always hit the gym. So gym, bank, and then I came here.
What got you started on your fitness journey?
I've always been like a sucker for fitness. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be at the gym. That's one thing, because I need to look good. Not only just outward appearance, but I feel like it makes me feel good, like mentally as well. When I'm pushing myself hard at the gym, then it makes me feel like I can push myself in real life, and it's just I feel like it all goes together.
It does.
More so than like physical, even though that's very important, mental as well.
Okay. So, I don't know if you've been keeping up with how my hot seat interview went.
Yeah, I definitely watched the whole thing, girl.
Okay.
Yes.
Sheesh.
Absolutely.
So, the first time I met you was at one of those tapings, and David came in the back room and was like, oh my gosh, this girl's here. She wants to be on it, and she has the same story as you.
Yeah,
he was like, I can't wait. Yeah, he was like, a similar story to you. I can't wait. So I want to hear your story and how you related to me.
Okay. So basically a lot about, I can relate to you business and personal wise. So when it comes to, I'll speak about personal and then business. So personal wise, I feel like I can relate to you as far as our story, as far as you used to work at the strip club as an exotic dancer. I used to do the same thing because this is Atlanta. It's a little hard out here in these streets. So
how long did you dance for? Do you still dance?
No, I don't still dance.
Okay.
But I danced for 5 years.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. So that's where I can relate. I'm like 5 years. This girl, like we're similar. So it was 5 years on and off though.
Same.
The reason why it was on and off is because I knew something I really didn't want to do generally, but like I did it because of the influence around me. So I did it because my sister was doing it and she started off doing it. At first, I'm not gonna lie to you, like I was kind of judgmental at first, and I was like, why would you do that? I would never do that. But then I seen how much money she was making and bringing home, and I was a bartender at the time, and I'm like, I ain't making that much money as a bartender. I might want to, go ahead and try this. So I spoke to her and I was like, hey, like, how do I get into this? I want to try it too. And me and her are twins. So, of course, who doesn't want their twin to work with them? You know what I mean? So she's like
fraternal or identical?
We're fraternal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she was like, oh, yeah, come work. And she showed me the ropes. I went in there. I wasn't hired yet, but she told me to come in and pretend to be her. So I went in the club, used her stage name, pretend to be her, and they thought I was her. So because they get like a lot of girls, so they're just marking me off,
Right.
So they're like, oh yeah, come on in, and girl, when I tell you. Yeah, that's how it started.
It's like,
that's how the journey started.
Popping.
That's how the journey started, sis.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, Okay, so let's stop there. Let's talk about these 5 years on and off. Outside of the money being good, what are some things that you liked about working in the club?
I like the fact that it's like you're at the club. You know, I mean, a regular club, but you're making money though at the same time.
Right.
That's what I liked about it. And yeah, I feel like that's all I really liked about it. Like, I'm having fun, I'm drinking, I see my sister, I see like different friends, things like that. And I'm meeting people. Like, that's all I like, because I'm like a social butterfly, so being around a lot of people, that's my thing. So yeah, that's what was fun. Other than that, yeah, no.
Okay, what was your relationship with the customers?
So at the beginning, awkward, super awkward, because I didn't know how to approach guys. Like, I was awkward, you know, because in real life, it's such a mind fuck, you know, because in real life, it's like guys are chasing you, but in the strip club, you're pursuing men. So that can really mess with your mentality, you know? So when I first started, I was awkward. I didn't know how to run game on a guy, you know, but I had to drink liquor and I had to drink alcohol in order to get me comfortable. It kind of numbed me into that situation. So to be with the customers. But after I got liquored up, I was good.
Did you always have to do it and drink, or?
Drink? Yeah, I had to drink.
Oh, wow.
I could not be sober.
Okay. I started my first 3 years sober.
What?
Yeah.
That's actually, wow, you're strong.
I'm glad
You're
I did,
strong.
because the 2 years drinking is really what started burning me out. Because it's incredibly challenging to be in that type of situation sometimes and be drinking.
Really?
Yeah,
How so?
Well, I guess because I didn't have a past of drinking, and so I was so used to doing it sober that once I started, I felt like I was getting loose. And, you know, offering deals and, you know what I mean? Just like cheating myself.
Really?
Yeah, because I wasn't focused.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So, yeah, I had to stop that.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me your thoughts about men after working at a club.
I kind of took a break off dating. Like, even when I was in the club, I didn't date anybody. Like, I had no relationship for 5 years. It was either I was at the club or I was doing like business, or at the club or business. But I never had a serious relationship because I felt like I couldn't have a serious relationship. Right. After the club, as far as dating, I had to like reprogram my mind. I still haven't had like a serious relationship because I feel like it changed my mindset so much. Like, to where when I was in the club, and I can relate to you because it's like your mindset is like, what can I get from you? Like, you know? And it's like, if you're not paying me, what we do?
Yeah,
but like, no, yeah, like, it's like, so I feel like I had to reprogram my mind, renew my mind, and just try to focus on personal development and how I could become a better person, because it just wasn't it. And I'm just healing. I'm still healing through that. It's a lot.
it is a lot.
Yeah.
And I feel like at the time when I started, I didn't realize how much it would be on my soul. Like, because I was like, I heard so many girls like talk about it, talk bad about it. Oh, she's a stripper, da da da.
They're gonna judge.
Yeah.
I was judging at first.
Yeah.
I didn't know like what it was.
Yeah.
But not that it's a good thing to be in, but.
And I think that's where it's kind of conflicting for me, is because it's like, I guess the survival mode in me is always like, okay, well, I can go back.
Yeah. I've thought about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's challenging.
It is challenging. You know, you can make money just like that.
Yeah.
But it's like, what does that come with? It comes with a lot. It comes with a lot of like self-worth, lack of self-worth. Like, I lost a lot of self-worth. It made me confident in a way, but it still took away some of my confidence. Took away my self-worth. It made me compromise certain things, do certain things I would never do in real life. But like, guys see me as like an object. So that's how it was.
Do you think it made you feel any type of way to see how the guys would see us as like a object.
Did it what make me feel some type of way?
Yeah, like how does that translate into like on the outside? Because I noticed that I feel like sometimes it's hard for me to think that a guy actually likes me for me now. And I feel like I'm always having to like kind of perform or keep his attention.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, girl, I know. I know what you mean.
And so yeah, like I know that you're talking about motivating and self-love and all that type of stuff. Mm-hmm. What's been the best thing you've done since leaving?
Hopping in, making the best thing that I have done since leaving.
Like practical steps.
Practical steps is basically like literally taking the step to surround myself around different people. Mm-hmm. Surround myself around more positive people. Mm-hmm. Because when you're in that environment, you're around drug dealers, pimps, different people like that who aren't really, making the society any better. But I took the time out to like go to different events, different networking events, different seminars, things like that. So I can surround myself around people who I want to become. Right. Because I believe in putting yourself where you see yourself. Mm-hmm. So when you're putting yourself in that environment, you become a product of your environment. Mm. That's been huge for me, knowing that I'm a product of my environment. Mm-hmm. So if I go back to the club, which has ran through my mind, like I said, I'd be putting myself back into an environment where I don't see myself. And it's like, how can I grow? It's like stunting your growth at that point.
Mm. You know what's funny is when you said that, when you was like, I'll be putting myself back into that environment, I thought about the first time when I knew it was time to go. And it was a customer, and we were just having this conversation, and he just looked at me and he was like, why are you here?
Girl.
And I was like, what? And no one, like, up until that, I think that was like year 3.5. No one has ever said that to me. It was just like, what? Like, what you mean? I'm here to dance. I'm here to party. Like, no. No. This is weird.
You don't belong here. Yeah. The energy's not giving. Yeah. Like, you're like a light in between with all this darkness, Yes. That's happened to me before. Oh, man. Like, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. Yeah. I'm just like, that happened to me. So I told the guy, I was like, I knew. I was like, I know I'm not supposed to be here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm just here to make my money, though. I'm here to hustle. I always had that hustle mentality, always wanting to make it for myself and be the best version of myself, or just get it, like. Mm-hmm. So I understand, but I told him, hey, I'm here to make some money. Can you help me, or can you give me avenue out? Like, I just felt like I needed to be saved. At that point, it's like someone saved me out of this, because you could get stuck really quickly. With all that money coming in, you could get stuck. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, girl. And I think that's what changed for me, is not seeing myself as someone who needed to be saved anymore. Mm-hmm. I had to save myself.
I love that. Yeah.
Because I was waiting on one customer. I was like, one of these customers one day is going to have to take me out of here and, like, provide me a life. And
provide me a life.
Something, like, because they would always be like, like, I can take you out of here. You ain't got to be here. Yeah. And I'd be like, oh, okay. I'm thinking they really going to do it. No.
It's like, yeah, come to my house after this.
Right.
That's what it is. That's where I'm going to take you out of here to my house.
I learned that quick. I was like, wait, I got to be your whole wife now? Yeah, like, you got to marry me or something to really get. And I'm like, but you're not even somebody I would want to be with. Yeah. So I had to save myself. I had to put myself in different environments. Mm-hmm. And also I had to work on that self-love piece. And the self-love piece is hard right now in areas of relationship, because I see men as customers still. Even on the outside, I'm like, oh, that's
sometimes it's subconscious.
Yes. Yeah.
But you said you actually see them as customers now, regardless of subconscious.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, it's subconsciously.
Yeah.
Consciously, I see them now differently because I'm in rooms.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Even though I still kind of believe that they are that way. And so what I was getting at was the monogamy piece that I was talking about in my last or on the hot seat. I want to know what's your take on monogamy
and having one guy to be with.
Yes.
The rest of your life.
Now that you work at a club, because now I feel like where it comes from is having so many customers and being able to learn how to balance and give that guy
all the attention.
And
when
then,
it's like, hi, okay, I'm done with you, bye. Hi, bye. Hi,
and I got all these different experiences, and he was the fun one.
Yeah.
He's the one that just gave me money just to talk and look cute. And so I begin to like all of them for certain different reasons. And so now, like when I'm dating and it's just one guy, it's not that he's not enough, but it's like I feel like I'm missing my other
pieces.
Yes. Like, okay, well, now, like, he's great for that. But now let me go see if I can find one that can do that for me, too.
Yeah. So my thoughts on that is I am monogamous. And I see how it's hard. I really do. Due to my spiritual beliefs and due to the fact that I transform, like, I'm Christian. And I grew up Christian, but I kind of got out of that lifestyle. But I came back to Christianity. It's renewed my mind into wanting just one man. And I do still struggle with that. I need God to like work on me with that more. But I feel like that's like that's a self-esteem issue or a self-love issue because you're not content. I feel like you're not, it's about not being content with just one person. And like, relationships are hard in general, but like just being content with that one person,
right?
And loving yourself and being whole with yourself, I feel like it would be better. It would work out if you're more whole within yourself, within a relationship, if that makes sense.
Yes, like it's making sense, but I think my question is like, how do you deal with it right now? Like, I know that you are monogamous, and I feel the same.
Yeah. I want the happy ever after. You know? Like, I want my husband. I know I'm going to feel fulfilled with my husband, a white picket fence. I know I'm going to want that. No, seriously. I know I'm going to feel fulfilled with that. It's just about being healed all the way. But, like, that's just a hard question. Because I know how it feels to want that, like, freaky side. It's like I have two different sides to me. Right. It's like the fun side. Like, I think about it. I'm like, if I do have this, which is going to make me feel fulfilled, and I have my husband and my kids, the white picket fence and all that, but then it's like I want that kind of crazy style life. Because that's what I have been used to. Like, literally programmed to just be like out here in these streets for real. And just being settled in with one person. It is kind of scary a little bit, even though I know that's what I want.
Why do you feel like you want that, though?
I feel like I want that because I want to be grounded. I want that grounding. I want to know that I have a grounding relationship with one person and I could do that. Because I feel like I've just been kind of jumpy, even when it comes to business. From this to that to the other, trying to find myself in everything. In the club, in business, like, so it's like in a relationship, I just want to be grounded. In some aspect of my life, you know? And I feel like that's where my desire comes from with monogamy. Not only for spiritual aspects, because I want to please God, but also in another aspect where it's like, I want to be grounded. Like, I'm tired of jumping everywhere.
Right.
It gets exhausting.
It is exhausting.
It's fun, whatever.
That's the point. Yeah.
Have you watched Sex Life on Netflix?
No. Watch it.
Okay, for the viewers too.
Spoiler alert?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sex life is just like this girl. I'm going to briefly say it. It's a girl who's living the white picket fence with her husband. Good life. He's amazing. She loves it. But at the same time, she's like journaling about her past life and how she had this like hot guy on a motorcycle, lived in a penthouse in New York, and just like had wild sex, all that stuff. And she lives with her man. She loves him, but she still wants that wild side back. So I feel like I can relate to her so much. And I'm like, I hope that's not me.
Yes.
I hope I don't end up being the one who's like trying to be with another guy other than my man. But who knows what happens, honestly. I want to be better. I just want to be better.
I know. I just want to be healed.
Yeah, healed.
When is it coming?
It's a journey.
Yes.
It's a journey, girl.
Absolutely. Do you think that there's a way that we could have both in a relationship and the guy does that too? Like, because I know if we're having these thoughts, I know the men who have even been strip club goers in the past, because you see how they bounce from girl to girl. Do you think there's a way that you could serve God and be able to have something that open?
No. I don't believe that.
And why?
Because we're supposed to be made for one man. We're supposed to have one man. It's because we've been reprogrammed into like the worldly life. That's why. God is like it's spiritual. It's a spiritual life, you know? So you can't, it might be hard, but you can't date different guys. You can't cheat, no matter how much society makes it look good. Because that's what it is. Society makes all this stuff look glamorous and cool and good. But really it's not. You can't serve God. Like, you could serve God and ask God to help you if you're cheating. But it's not going to be the right thing to do, you know?
Would you leave your man if you found out he cheated? Good guy.
If I was married?
Yes.
Or not married?
Married.
And I found out that he cheated, would I leave him? Probably not.
And why?
Because I want to work things out. I want to know why. Why, if he continues to do it, then probably. But like, for the most part, no. Because I want to work things out with him. I want to know why. Why do you feel like I'm not enough? Or why do you feel like you have to do that? Let's talk.
Well, what I took from the club is that it doesn't mean that you're not enough. They just want Sally too. It doesn't mean you're perfect. But I saw her, she walked in, she's a new girl.
That new girl.
That new girl hit different. Her first couple weeks.
Look,
yo.
I'm saying that every day. I'm new here.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
It works.
Yes. Literally, I milked new girl every time I changed the club.
I know.
I was like, I want this to last as long as possible.
Literally.
Yes. Yes.
They love that.
They love it. And so when I would watch men and how they would interact, I would be like, there's no reason why they need to cheat. Versus I think our reasons are that excitement or whether it be financial, like there's something in
or
that.
emotional.
Yeah.
It's very emotional for me. If I cheat or if I leave you, which probably wouldn't happen, hopefully.
Maybe.
But if I do cheat, it's going to be emotional. It's because I really feel emotional feelings, and probably you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. But it's going to be a strong reason if I do cheat, because I don't even see myself. I don't see myself cheating. If I have one guy, like honestly, I feel like that's all I need. I just need one guy, one man to like come home to me, do whatever you need to do. You know what I mean? Like, let's help each other spiritually, physically, all that. And you're my man. I don't need other dudes to fulfill me. No, I just need one. Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
believe that.
what are your requirements as far as being courted?
What do you mean?
So there's this man, he looked good, he wants to talk to you. What are you looking for in that first few dates? As far as where do you want to go? Like, what does he have to do within that first to prove that he would be
He's
a good
worthy
one?
for me? So you have to prove, first of all, what's most important to you. in life in general? What are the top 3 things that are most important to you? And God better be number 1. Or else, what are we doing?
Right.
And don't say, oh, okay, of course God's number 1. No. Like, you have to have God, because that's important. Because it shows me that you're good. Because if you're allowing God to lead you, then you could properly lead me.
Right. And
then your family, things like that, or whatever you say, but just God has to be in that. And then I want to know, what's your vision too? Where are you going for me to follow you, or for me to be able to help you and assist you in what you want to do in the long term? Where are you going? What's your vision? I need to see it clearly, because in your intellect, are you intellectual? Are you the type that wants to work out? Like, it's really character based as well. What's your character like? But I have to see that through time, because you have to see guys through different seasons and things like that. So.
And no money requirements.
Financially, I like you to make 6 figures. That sounds great. But the thing is, though, I don't really care that much how much money you make. I want you to be settled. I want you to have your own place. But at the same time, it's like, if I see your vision, that's where the vision comes in. If I see that you have a clear vision and I know where you're going and it's a path towards success and it makes sense for me, who's going to be in your life, then that's fine. Because I've dated guys who were in college. I've dated guys, and I've been with guys where they didn't have anything at the beginning, but then I see them blow up. So it's like, why can't I be that wife? You know what I mean? To stick by my man's side. As long as I see that you have a clear vision, I'm going to stick by your side.
Okay.
Let's see it work out. Let's see where it goes.
I'm not.
You're not like that?
No.
Okay, talk about it.
No, I feel like where I went once I started like progressing out of the club was I just no longer wanted to be with a man for money. So I started just going for vision. And the vision didn't blow up. So I'm glad you saw. Maybe you pick better visionaries, because maybe the vision needs to look different.
Yeah, you're actively working towards that, of course.
Yes. Yeah. Bingo. Yeah. Bingo. Yeah, but now I look for someone that's like in the middle.
What do you mean?
Like, you don't have to have it all together, but you need to have some of it figured out. Like, because if you come just as confused as me, we're going to keep confusing each other.
Yeah. I don't need a confused guy.
Yo, we're sitting there on the couch like, what's going on? We don't even
clarity.
know.
Right. No, I need clarity, because I need my man to lead me. Where are we going? That's, again, like, what's your vision? Where are we going? Because I want to help assist you with that.
Kids.
It has to make sense. Make it make sense.
Do you want kids?
Oh, do I want kids? Oh, yeah. I want kids.
Okay.
I love kids. I love babies. Like, I know, like, I was scared. I have baby fever right now.
Me too.
Really?
Yes.
I love babies. Like, I volunteer.
Yes.
Type stuff. I volunteer with babies at my church. So I just love being around babies. I'm a baby freak. Like, I love babies. So I definitely want 1 or 2. I don't want like 10. I want like 2. 2 would be good for me.
Tell me about how you see kids now with where our economy is going, and us as women being bosses. Like, what are you seeing for the future for our kids? Like, what their life will look like?
I feel like the world is getting really crazy. However, I see my child's gonna do whatever they want to do. I'm not the type to like control whatever they want to do. However, I will make it a responsibility while they're in my home to make sure that they're being put in a good environment. So making sure like they're going to church, they're being surrounded by people who are gonna help them, you know what I mean, with their mindset, level up, things like that, putting them in, hey, good schools, homeschool, things like that. Like, I'm gonna do my best to put my kids in a good, nurturing environment and make sure they're nurtured and taken care of. And whatever decisions they make, like at 17 and up, that's up to them. I did my job, you know, like, hopefully they're still good. They still keep that mindset that they've been raised with to go down the right direction. But after like a couple years, I'm good. I'll just check on them, see what you're doing, because at the end of the day, I grew up in a good household. And after that, I made a decision to leave, like, and do my own thing. And my parents, they're not like micromanaging. They don't micromanage me or anything. So I made my decision to go to the strip club. The kids are going to do what they want to do. Mm-hmm. I'll let them do whatever they want to do. It's your decision. It's your life. Like,
what do you think or did your parents tell you how they felt when you, like, told them?
Talking about dancing?
Yeah.
I never told them. Yeah.
They're not on social media?
They knew. They know. But I never told them.
Oh.
They know, though. They don't say anything. They don't mention it. And I'm glad they don't. It's my business. It is. Whatever I do in my life is my business. That's how they are. And it's crazy because I'm African. And African parents are usually strict, you know? And they were strict growing up. But, like, you know, like, they just said whatever I do with my life is my business. I was really bad growing up. I was so bad. Like, I was rebellious. I was crazy. I like a lot of rebellion. I was really, really rebellious growing up. Really rebellious.
What part of Africa are you from?
I'm Liberian.
Is that next to Sierra Leone?
Yeah, it's West Africa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm Sierra Leonean.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I know. I can't wait to visit. We might have to take an Africa trip together.
Yeah, in
for
December.
Sure.
Or next December. Probably next December.
I want to do Afrochella in December, though.
Do what?
Afrochella.
Oh, I never heard of that.
Oh, it's Coachella, Ghana, December, usually like 19th through the 5th of January. And it's just like music performances. People from the U.S. come down. All the black people from everywhere come down.
I need to check that out.
Yeah, I'm going to send it to you.
Okay.
So I want to just wrap this up with maybe a word of advice. Speak your motivation to one, the girlies who have left the strip club or want to leave the strip club, because I at that time, like, would see so many YouTube videos on people who were still at the club, but I don't see many people talking about leaving and how strong it takes to, like, leave that life alone.
It's so strong. You're such a strong person to leave that environment, because it literally sucks you in. But I would say, though, leave. Like, I would tell any woman, leave that environment, because it leads nowhere. Like, as quick as the money comes is as quick as it literally goes. Like, you don't keep that money for long. You probably have to be like, for me, for example, I've been in and out of the strip club. So when I first started, I was just spending it. I didn't care. I'll spend that money and getting it and spending it. Then when I left for a minute. Then I came back and I'm like, okay, when I come back, different mindset. I'm not going to spend the money anymore.
Right.
Like, I'm going to just keep it, save it, things like that. Didn't work out for me. As quick as I got it is as quick as it went. Yeah. It's like the same mentality. Like, you're gonna,
every single time.
Even
when you save it, you can save it. And once it's time to spend it,
you're going to spend it. It's just like you always thinking, I'm going to make it right back. So why would I? Just like a drug dealer. They spend their money on watches, all that stuff. Oh, I'm going to make that right back. You always think you're going to make it right back. Like, right. And that's not the mentality to have, because in certain cases, I got kicked out of almost every strip club I worked at. Almost, because I feel like it was a sign. I had so many signs to why I needed to leave in the first place. So, but when I did, like, go back, it's like I still spent the money. Like, and it messes with your mindset. So when I went back a little bit more conscious than before, the music. That music is so degrading.
That gave me chills. Yes. Yeah.
What?
That's another way I knew it was time to go.
How did I not hear this music before? Like, shake that A.
I would go to the DJ.
I'm not a hoe. Like,
well, in this environment,
I know.
Anybody would know, right?
In that environment, yeah, but it still programs you. Like, your music goes to your soul. It goes right in. It programs you. Yeah. Everything in that environment programs you.
I would go to the DJ and be like, "Can you play Janae?" No.
Yeah, no. They're playing what they want to play.
Right. I can't twerk this anymore. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even feel sexy to that music anymore. Yeah.
But sometimes but after a while you get used to it. Like I said, it programs you. When you first go back, it's like a shocker. That's how it was when I first came back after not doing it for a while. When I went back, I was like, my eyes were open. I was shocked. I didn't want anybody to touch me. Like, I was like, I'm not supposed to be here. But then after a while, I'm like, oh, dang, I made this money tonight. Let me go again. Then it's like I slowly got morphed into the environment. And it didn't matter anymore. And it's just crazy. Like,
I always question, like, what God wanted to teach me
while being in there.
Yeah, because I was so good at it. And I made so much money. And I'm just like, and at that time, it felt like a blessing. It didn't feel like what it feels like now. And so I always wonder, like, what was the lesson? Do you feel like you're starting to see what the lesson was?
Definitely for what I do now. So, which is self-love, self-confidence, like helping women as far as transformation, because it's a transformational thing to leave from that environment and doing what we're doing right now. Like, a lot of women would just stay in that environment, but the fact that we're taking steps to create a podcast, to do certain things, like I remember you said you're in life insurance, like going into the business field, that's a huge step. It's a transformational step. So I feel like the lesson I've learned is to help other women who might be going through the same thing, you know, like of not knowing self-identity issues. I didn't know who I was at all. I had lack of self-identity, lack of self-love for me to allow different random strangers to touch my body naked, like, and just do whatever they wanted to do, literally, like, and just like doing all this stuff made me lose self-respect for myself. So now that I'm still healing through that journey, very traumatizing experience, I feel like it's a transformation, like that you can be a better person. You can choose to do better and still make them like more money. And you could get your money in little. You don't have to get your money all at once because it blows really easily. But when you get it in little incremental steps and you know that you really worked hard for it and you used your mind for it, it makes more sense. And it's more of a blessing for you because you're like, oh, I really did this with my hard-earned, you know what I mean, time, my money. I used my brain. I didn't just use my body. Like, it hits different as far as the respect you start to develop for yourself. So that money's easy, you know. I could go, like, there's different circumstances where I could go talk to a guy. All I had to use was my mouth.
Right.
I could talk you into giving me $5,000.
Right.
I don't have to dance on you.
Right.
Like, type stuff. But it's like, do I want to do that? Do I want to keep using other guys? Because that ends up happening to me. I get used, and then they get used. So who's winning here?
Yeah, no one.
Nobody's winning.
No one.
It's better to just do the right thing, stay on the right track, and just do it you know is right. Like, I do real estate right now. Currently do real estate. That's where I make my money right now. And it's hard. Like, it's a hustle, you know what I mean? But it's better than being at the strip club and, like, selling my soul, literally.
Right.
For, like, $500. That's going to leave because my mindset is, oh, I'm going to make it right back.
Right. So. Yeah, and I think that's something that the girls are going to have to learn is that stepping out of that is not going to be easy. Like, as far as, like, the next career path, it's definitely a journey. Where can people buy real estate from you? Like, you do Atlanta or outside?
I do Atlanta.
Okay.
I do Atlanta. Basically, I do wholesaling real estate, and also if someone would like to buy a house or sell a house, they could do it with me. I'm a licensed realtor as well.
Awesome. And
if someone wants to sell their house, I could buy your house and give you cash for your house as well. So that's what I do.
Okay. And then where can they book you for a speaker?
So my Instagram at Tamera Speaks. You can go to my Instagram and click the link in my bio, and it goes to schedule a consultation. And also, I'm building a community as well, full of women. So to empower women, motivate them through whatever they're going through, relationship-wise, or just self-identity issues, things like that, and building confidence. So you could just go book a consultation with me and the link in my bio, and we could talk about it.
Tell me the name of your community.
Girls with Vision.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like that. And where do you guys meet or?
Facebook. So I have a Facebook community.
Okay.
That's where we meet. I'm going to start having events, in-person events, virtual events, things like that. So just stay tuned.
Yes. Thank you so much. This was such a good interview.
Thank you.
Also, it felt really good to have someone that can relate to this new journey because it feels so isolating. Like, I don't like telling people that I used to dance because I'm so worried they're gonna be like, oh, well, she's just
Care
gonna
about
be
what you think.
Yeah, like
or try to judge you.
Yeah, like you're just a stripper in this space.
Yeah.
Especially in the entrepreneurship space. Everyone's so smart, everyone's so like matter of fact that you're like, okay, am I good enough for this space?
Yeah.
Am I smart enough for this space? Am I too sexy for this space? Like, I definitely had to learn.
But you're smart.
Yes.
You're intelligent.
It's something that I know, but, you know, when you think about the past, it's one of those things where you're like, I don't know if I, you know, can keep up.
Can you keep up with what everybody else is doing?
Yeah.
Or as far as how fast they're moving?
No, just more of like they seem to have always been in entrepreneurship.
That's what it seems.
That's what
I'm
it seems.
Nothing's what it seems.
Right.
That's why I just try to focus on me. Like, I try to, you know, social media, you see everybody. It's like hard to focus on you if you're looking at everybody's life. But like, just tune in with yourself, seriously, and build yourself up because some people won't see your worth. I'm going to tell you that right now. Until you really focus on you, you have to know your worth. Once you focus on you and develop yourself, then other people will start noticing you.
Right.
So that's where I am too. Like, it's like, why won't that person like see my worth? I always seek out people's validation because that's how it was in the club, you know?
Right.
And that's how it's programmed, to seek their validation. So I took that outside of the club and now it's like, I'm seeking men validation. I'm seeking people validation. Do they think my business is good? Do they want me on their platform? Things like that. It's like, no, I just need to focus on me. Yeah. Because we're very talented. We're intellectual, you know what I'm saying? So we can build ourselves up and then they will see our value. We got this. Because we're into what we're doing.
Absolutely.
And, you know, so.
We got this, girl.
Yeah.
We about to kill it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Period.
Thank you. That was good.